So I took time this week to learn the difference between the Pharisees and the Sadducees in the Bible. And here is what I learned. I learned that the Sadducees were like the priests and administrators of the temple, and they were like wealthy elite class, and they had also political power because they worked so closely with the Roman authorities. And so as long as they could, maintain order, they allowed them to stay in the power that they were given. They had power within their people, the Israeli people. And their beliefs were mainly focused on the law of Moses. So that would be the first 5 books of the Bible. They didn't consider the prophets like Daniel, Isaiah to be held to the same level of authority as the law of Moses. But their interpretations of things were obviously not accurate, as Jesus corrects them. And they also were being influenced by greed as setting up money tables within the temple, and they were being hypocrites, and so were a lot of the Pharisees. But we do know that some of the Pharisees had a soft heart for Jesus because Paul was actually a Pharisee before he came to Jesus. And then we also have Nicodemus, who defended Jesus. But the Pharisees, they were like lay people who taught in synagogues, and they believed in the law of Moses as well, but they also believed in the prophets, but they also believed in the oral traditions, the interpretations of these things, which is where they had, wrong teachings within those that Jesus calls them out on, So after the temple was destroyed, the second temple in 70 AD, there was no need for the Sadducees anymore because their whole power system was in the temple. And the Pharisees, they have now developed into what we know as Rabbinic Judaism, which is the religious Jews of today. So they believe in not just God's written law that we find in the Bible, the Old Testament, which is also the Hebrew Bible. It's the same books as the Hebrew Bible, as the Protestant Old Testament. But they also believe in oral traditions, and that's where a lot of their oral traditions go against what God's law actually is intending for us to live by. So you'll see Jesus talk about how they nullify the word of God with their traditions.